Jesus, Jesus, how I trust him, how I prove him more and more. Wow. Hi friends, how's it going? Pastor Daniel Gouveia here, and I wanted to show you this little but very beautiful Bible. It's the New King James Thinline Bible Red Letter Edition. So it's a new Thinline. They had a Thinline, not the premium, not the premier Thinline, but they had a New King James Thinline, also by Thomas Nelson. They still do. It's still out there. You can buy it with the references like the Thinline Premier. That's not this Bible. This Bible has no references, but it does have the translation notes, which are very interesting. It has some cool features. It's not a premium Bible, but it has some cool features for a Bible that you can get for under 30 bucks. It retails for $29.99, but you can get it for less than that. You can get it used like new. I just saw one used like new for 18 bucks. So it has the exclusive Thomas Nelson New King James Comfort Print typeface, clear and readable 9-point type. Yes, clear and readable. Yes, 9-point, small 9-point, I would say. Words of Christ in red, full color maps, raised hubs, really cool. Gilded page edges and 2 satin ribbons. Okay, let's say it comes in this little box here. Nothing too fancy, but yeah, it's nice to have it. It's really a thin Bible. It's like 1 inch thick. Look at this. This is a little bit bigger than my hand, and I don't have huge hands. It has this little nice grain to it, so of course it's not leather. It's a brown Leathersoft. That's how they call it. It's irregular grain, that's what I could say, and I actually like it very much. Holy Bible in the front. Here you have the raised hubs, or the raised ribs, whatever you want to call it. So they're 4. They're really nice. You have the little gilt line on top and underneath each one. You have Holy Bible in the center, New King James, and then the New King James logo. You have perimeter stitching. And you open it up, it is a paste down liner. I really like the details in this Bible. For a non-premium Bible, I think it's very well executed. These corners look really cool. The gilt line is really nice, kind of makes me think of my old Holman large print reference Bible. You have the presentation page. Here you have the liner with this paper with this cool design. You have the presentation page with Psalm 119, 105, and you have a title page here. This paper is not a premium paper, but it feels resistant. I think I could write in it with no problems, underlining, highlighting. Another title page here with the Thomas Nelson logo. So here is the information page. Feel free to pause if you need to. Yeah. Then the table of contents. And you have a abbreviated preface. So this is not the full preface to the New King James Version. Then you have a title page for the Old Testament, and then the text. The font, it's a 9-point that doesn't strike me as very big. It's really, I think it's a little bit small, but it has a very good amount of space between the lines. I think it's very readable, the comfort print. As you see, it has the translation notes in the bottom. It's very simple layout, black and white, and it does have red letter in the New Testament, but the titles of the books and of the subheadings are in black. The chapter numbers are in black. The verse numbers are in black. By the way, the verse numbers are really tiny. And one thing that I really like about this Bible is nice space in the gutter. If I wanted to make some little annotations, I could. The margin space is not huge, but I've seen worse by Thomas Nelson. So yeah, that's okay. I think it has more space than the Preaching Bible does. So yeah, it is a very portable Bible. So for me to have this in my car or in my office when I need the New King James text for a funeral or for a special ceremony, for a wedding, or just to take it with me on my car to go and visit somebody who is sick, I think this is perfect. Of course, some people who like small Bibles would probably make this their Bible because it's affordable and it's very beautiful. So for Poetic Sections, as you see, the text is verse by verse and it is centered. For the 10 Commandments, it is indented, and for letters, it is indented as well. It's a paragraph format Bible. It has 2 satin ribbons. This one here is brown. The other one is what you could call a bronze, maybe. Really nice. And you come to the New Testament, and you have the title page for the New Testament, and then the red letter. Now I need to say this, for a non-premium Bible, not very expensive Bible, actually pretty affordable, I think this red is very good. It's dark, it's not that light red, it's dark enough for me. Also, I could not find a lot of inconsistency in the printing. Actually, I was looking through the Gospels, the red goes all the way through Revelation, and I found it pretty consistent. So yeah, it is line matched, and I don't see a lot of ghosting here, so that's another good feature of this Bible. So you come to the end of the Bible, and here you go, and you have so many translation notes in Revelation 22. That's pretty amazing. 21 and 22 here. 30 days with Jesus. So you have the theme on one column and then the passage. Then you have 1 year reading plan. Starts with the New Testament in the mornings and evenings with the Old Testament. Pretty good. And then you have 2 sheets of paper, blank paper. And then you have a third one, but it has the note regarding the type that you see on the other Bibles with the comfort print by Thomas Nelson, that you even see on the Premier collection, New King James. And instead of being centered as you see in most Bibles, they put it in the left inferior corner of the page. And then you have the 7 maps by Thomas Nelson in a paper that is not too shiny. It's glossy, shiny paper, but not too shiny. You may know these maps already from other Bibles. And that's the end of the Bible. One thing that is worth of notice is that although it is a soon binding, and I can show you here, the headband is in brown, the tail band is in brown also, but although it is a soon binding, the Bible won't lay flat in Genesis, at least not in the beginning. I haven't used this Bible much, but You're not going to have it opening flat in Genesis or Revelation in the beginning. Maybe after a little bit of use, but not in the beginning. So Revelation is the same thing. But again, this is a small little Bible, not a premium edition. I do think it is a very well built Bible, sturdy. I think you will find that this Bible will last, but don't expect it to lay flat in the beginning in Genesis or in Revelation. If you open it up in Kings, yeah, you'll have no problem. So the font, if I compare it like to my Holman Thinline reference Bible that also has a 9-point font, I really think that this 9-point here in the comfort print is a little bit smaller. So that's why I said in the beginning that yeah, it's very readable because of the space between the lines, but it is a little bit small, in my opinion. Anyways, to give you an idea of the size, here it is. You have a Thinline by Holman, 9-point font, Thinline Reference Bible. And here you have the Thinline New King James by Thomas Nelson without references. So you can see that the footprint is close, but the Thinline by Thomas Nelson is a little bit shorter and not as wide. If I compare it to the New King James Premier Collection single column, just gonna put it on top of it, and it's almost an exact match in terms of footprint. Although the Premier Collection has a yap. The yap on the Premier Collection is a little bit bigger, I think. But the footprint is very close, but look at the difference in the thickness of the Bibles. It's ridiculous. So the Thinline is really thin, and that's what you want in the Thinline. It's really, really thin Bible. If I put it here close to the Premier New King James Thinline Bible, as you can see, the Thinline is taller and wider. So it gives you an idea of the size of this Bible. Sometimes I memorize my whole sermon, and if I want to have just a Bible in my hand as a symbol of the authority of the Word of God, even though I'm quoting it by memory, I sometimes like to have a Bible in my hand. This is perfect for that. But if you like thin lines, this may be a great Bible for you. Alright friends, so this is my video. I hope it is useful for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. And God bless you, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!